Okay. Yeah, I mean we could get really deep if you're supernatural. I mean, I got a story that would blow your mind that I haven't told anybody. People are gonna think Gion's crazy, but it actually happened. Um, let's get down on it. I mean, so I met Janie around 1998, 97, 98. I was like 17 years old. I was a huge Janie fan as a kid, and he was playing clubs. Strange enough, the same promoter that booked our show at the venue there was there that night. The same promoter. I'm like, you're the reason I met Janie. And he's like, I remember you were like a kid. I'm like, yeah, I'm here now. He's like, I'm proud of you. A guy named Joe Schultz, the promoter in Orange County, he's like, hey, I remember. So I met Janie because Joe had booked him at the time at multiple clubs in Orange County. And I would just go follow him. And Janie and I just became close friends. He would call me and we'd hang out and he would get me motivated. And yeah, man, it was so cool of him. So I fell out of touch with him. I moved out of Cali, and what happened was, I don't know, Janie and I just clicked. There's something about it. Like one night, he was playing a show, and there were a lot of people there. And I remember entering a room, and he was at the back of the room, and his head was kind of down, and it was kind of sad. And you had all these people hanging out, girls, and I walk in and I'm kind of waiting for the room to clear down. And he kind of sees me. He goes, bro, come over here, man, come on. And everybody's looking back, who is this punk kid that Janie likes hanging out with? Like maybe he knew those people were just there to kind of, I'm here rock and roll backstage. Me and Janie had that connection of friendship. And I will never forget that. The last time I saw him, he played a private party in Vegas. It was a solo show. It was weird. It was like I got invited. There was only like maybe 100 people there. It was at the Hard Rock Hotel, a place called the Joint. It was, I guess, I think they tore the hotel down now. So it was Janni Lane solo band, Jack Russell, gone also now. His band, I think it was him solo. I don't remember if it was Great White. Maybe it was Great White. And the Bay City Rollers. What a bill. All together for some private party, and I got invited. And Janie and I spent some time together that last night, that the last time I saw him. And the last thing I ever said to Janie, I put my arm around his shoulder and I go, you know what? I pray for you every night. Not like weird or demented, but I do. I always did. And he looks at me, he goes, thank you so much, bro. And I remember him getting into an elevator, him looking up and just light coming down on his face. That's my last memory of Janni Lane. So flash forward to seeing him on the news, on TMZ, right before his passing. Um, I had moved back to California, but we weren't talking. I just fell out of touch with him. And I saw his face on some of the things. Oh, I get emotional about it. Where he wasn't doing good. He was hitting parked cars. He did not look like he was doing well. And when I was a kid, when he would do his thing, just to clarify this, he would always not have me involved with his pain. And that's why I love him so much. And I told Jerry Dixon this. When I would hang out, he would be like, look, I'm going to go here or there. And he would bring a van or he would go drink or whatever he was doing in private. He never once said to me, have a drink, come do some drugs, come party with me. It was a personal thing where he didn't want to hurt this young fan. And I am always grateful to this day that he not once told me drink with him, get high with him, do something with him. He was protecting me. Whatever problem he had, it was in here with him. And he would never do something to hurt me. So for me, I can do nothing more but to honor him anytime I write a song. So we're gonna get into the far out part. I don't know if this is even too far out for an interview, but let's just do it. You want to do it? And you can confirm this. My friend Jim Madonna, he's a radio show. I've done interviews with him. Jim went into a coma and he calls me. He gets out of the coma. He says, you might want to sit down for this. This was maybe a year ago, I think. Nah, maybe a year and a half ago now. And I go, "What's up?" He goes, "We need to talk." I go, "Let's talk." He goes, I came out of my coma and I was just like, man, dude, crazy. He has like, I think insulin problems and stuff like that, but blood sugar problems. And he goes, "The doctors asked me, do I remember anything in my coma?" And he goes, "Yes, I do. I remember family and friends that have no longer, are no longer here around him. Like he couldn't place them out, but he could feel their spirit." And he says, "You were there." I go, "I was there." He goes, "Yes, you were there with Janni Lane. And you guys were writing a song." I know it gets far out. "You guys were writing a song together, and Janni kept laughing at whatever jokes you were telling. You both had guitars and you were working on this song." And he's like, "That's what I remember from my coma." And I'm just like, oh my God. That's pretty wild. So flash forward, this all happens within 6 months. This one, people are gonna think I'm crazy, but it happened. Janie came to me in a dream one night. He came into me. Look, I believe in God. I believe in angels. I believe in that realm. He came to me in an, I don't know, man, it's too far out to talk about, but
Well,
screw it.
I'm a professional psychic medium, so feel
All right, so
free.
this isn't too far out. Okay.
No, that's what I do. So,
So he came to me like this in front of me. And when you're in the dream and it's real, I was just like, "What?" And he came to me, but his hair was down here. He looked wonderful. Maybe like around dog eat dog era. He just looked really healthy and happy and restored and great. I'm like, "Janie?" He's like, "Hey man, he's like, I'm here." And I'm like, "What happened to you?" Because that's the first thing. Like, what happened? And he just looks at me and he goes, "Things just got really bad for me." And my response was, as my friend, how much I miss him. Okay. And he looks at me, goes, "I'm never leaving you again. Don't worry about it. I'm always here with you." And I woke up and I was just like, what the heck? Like, it was too real to not, it was too real. It was like a real conversation. So a few months later, I'm at NAM. I met Jerry Dixon once when I was a kid, backstage for a few minutes. That's it. I'm talking with Todd Howarth at the last NAMM because we played an acoustic set inside the convention center. And I looked to the side of my eye and Jerry Dixon's getting a sandwich. And I go, "Todd, I'll be right back. I'll be right back." So I go, "Look, you got 5 minutes just to talk to me." I show him I got a tattoo, I have a Janni Lane tattoo of his like dragons that he used to have running up. So I got one here, and it has Janie's initials. Like, "That's cool." And we talked, and I told him what I was doing at Frontiers, and I can't believe I told you about that dream. I've never told anybody about that before. Anyways, so we exchanged numbers. We talked a little, and I kind of left it like that. Okay, like I didn't want to push it too much. I just said, "Check out some of my songs sometime." And then like a month or two later, swear, the Rainbow had their backyard bash. Something inside me said, "Show up early." So I go to the Viper room. Joe Hoekstra, I think, was there working on a video. I went and checked it out. I walk out of the Viper room, and this is before the show. It was like early in the day. So you have the Whiskey a Go Go going Sunset Strip this way, and I'm crossing to the Viper room. Right underneath the Whiskey a Go Go sign, me and Jerry Dixon, right again at the same time. And he goes, "This is a Janie thing." I'm like, "It's gotta be. Like, you can't ignore it anymore." And he goes, "What is your number? I'm saving it right now." It's like 714 something, right? Or whatever it was at the time. I go, "Yes." So we save it. I go, "Look, I'm going to resend you some songs." And we hung out that day, me and Jerry. And I sent him, strange enough, the new Giant song that I did, A Night to Remember, and The Pain of Goodbye from Clean Break, which is written about Janie and his wife, Kim. I became friends with Kim after Janie's passing. We're really digging down on this. When Janie died, I did the final cover for his last song called Sin at my college with another person there. It kind of fell into my lap. It has the heart, not the heart, the roses with the blood. Anyways, so to see all these connections with Janie keep coming to me. And then when I met Kim, I helped her through his passing. Like, I helped her through a lot of it. We would talk. She was here in Redondo, and we talked a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And then she went back, I believe, to Texas. Now, the strange thing is, I had been fighting. Am I rambling for too long? We all right?
No, you're good.
So, I had wanted to be with Frontiers Music since Face Edge, and the opportunity for me became available to write for Frontiers Music. Alessandro Del Vecchio said, "Look, we want you on board, but we want you to start writing for artists and working with the artist at Frontiers." I'm like, "Huh? Okay, I'll give it a shot." So they told me to write something and just go for it. Like, what would you bring to the Frontiers Music team? A lot of pressure because I didn't know who I was writing for. So I go home to start working on the song. I open up my laptop and an article comes up, Kimberly Nash Lane dead in car accident. So Kim dies, and now I got to write this song for Frontiers. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I write this song called The Pain of Goodbye immediately. It just all came to me. It's about her and Janie and me meeting them, and now they're both gone. And what she used to tell me, how she was kind of haunted that she couldn't save him. But I mean, that song is might be my favorite song I've ever written when I look back on all my material. Um, I sent it to Frontiers. They're like, "This is it." I didn't tell them what it was about. I just sent it. They're like, "This is why we want you here," and they placed it on Clean Break's debut, which did very well. They gave me another song on the debut. I did 3 on the follow up. So Janie and Kim are responsible for me getting my songwriting deal. So if you believe in angels or you don't believe in angels or spiritual connection, it seems like Janie is somewhere here in my life still. I mean, you can't deny all these things. And then
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
Jerry hears that song and Giant, I think, and maybe I sent him Macaulay, I'm not sure. But I know I sent Giant and that song. And then he goes, "Look, man, Janie has a song that him and I co-wrote. He never finished before he passed. We hadn't been able to get it done. Let me find it." I'm like, "Dude, don't mess with me. Like, I would love to do it." And then he found it. He sent it. I finished it in an hour, and I actually sang it right here. I have a portable studio. I love recording in my car. Send it back, and it's done. We just don't know where it's being placed right now. It's gonna come out. Frontiers loves it. Jerry loves it, and David Julian, my writing partner that I work with now, did a great job on it with us. And I'm just waiting to hear who's going to release it. It's done though; it's finished, and I used Janie's original title. It's called 12th of Never. I asked Jerry, "What the heck is 12th of Never?" And he goes, "Well, whenever Janie would want to co-write a song, he'd say 12th of Never." 12th of never, meaning like a date that might never, like one day. So I kept that and I did research. It's an old song from, I think, the 60s or 50s. It also stands for eternity. So the lyrics of 12th of Never that I did are about his connection to music, the fans, and the songs that will live forever. It's a great song. It's a ballad. It's like the bitter pill from Dog Eat Dog meets Heaven meets I Saw Red meets Sometimes She Cries. It's probably my top 5 songs that I've ever worked on. And it was easy. Like Janie left me a treasure map. I just needed to finish it. And I did. So there's my Janie Lane story. I know that's a big block, but
No, but it's beautiful though. And with the way you described the dream that you had with him, that's what we call a visitation.
okay.
Because you actually felt like you had had that exchange with him and that it was very real. So that's what the difference between a visitation and an actual dream.